Mom always told me looks is not going to get you anywhere, but being pretty is a job.
Hey loves, it's the one and only Armonee Michelle. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date whenever I upload. And if you're not, well, I'm so happy to see your face again. Let's get into this video. Okay, let's be real. Society has a way of making us feel like being alone is a bad thing. Like, if you're not constantly surrounded by people, in a relationship, or keeping busy, that something must be wrong with you. But let me tell you, learning to truly enjoy your own company is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It's about getting to a place where your peace, your presence, and your own energy are enough. And once you master that, baby, you become unstoppable. So today we are diving into why being alone is powerful and how you can fully embrace it. First, let's break down why so many people struggle with being alone. There are a few factors to consider here. The first one being conditioning from a young age. We are originally taught that being social equals being happy. From childhood, we're encouraged to make friends, be likable, and fit in. So naturally, when we're by ourselves, we feel like something is wrong. Fear of missing out, aka FOMO. Social media makes this 10 times worse. Seeing everybody out, taking trips, in relationships, or partying makes people feel like they're behind in life. The need for validation. A lot of people measure their worth by how much attention they get from others, whether it's likes on social media, text, or just having people around. Movies and music romanticize codependency. Ever notice how love stories make it seem like being single is so sad? Like the main character only finds happiness when they're with someone? Well, come closer so I can tell you something. We're rewriting that narrative. I remember a time when I absolutely hated being alone. Like, the silence used to feel so loud. If I didn't have plans, I was uncomfortable. I'd start scrolling, texting people just to have someone to talk to. Hell, I even entertained some situations that I knew weren't good for me just because I didn't want to feel the emptiness. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I wasn't actually lonely. I was uncomfortable sitting with myself. I felt like I needed people to make me whole. And it wasn't until I took a step back that I realized that I was trying to distract myself from my own thoughts. I didn't want to face certain emotions, so I just filled the silence with noise. But once I stopped resisting it, I started seeing my alone time differently. Instead of feeling lonely, I started feeling free. And let me tell you, that shift changed everything for me. Now let's get into why being alone is actually a superpower. Number one, you become unshakable. When you're comfortable by yourself, you stop relying on external validation. Nobody can shake your peace because you know who you are, with or without company. Number two, you get to know yourself deeply. Most people don't even know what they like versus what they've been influenced to like. Being alone helps you explore your true interests, passions, and values. Number three, your energy becomes sacred. You stop letting just anybody into your space because you start valuing your peace. Number four, you develop real confidence. Confidence doesn't come from having people around. It comes from knowing you're good with or without them. Number five, you attract better relationships. When you're not desperate for company, you make better choices in friends and partners. You stop accepting the bare minimum just to not be alone. One thing that I noticed when I started embracing being alone was how much my energy changed. I used to pour so much into other people, checking on them, making sure they were good, being available 24/7. But when I started spending more time alone, I realized that half the people that I was breaking my back for wouldn't do the same for me. So I took a step back. And at first it felt weird because I was always used to being surrounded by people or in some type of situation. But once I got comfortable with my own company, I realized that I wasn't missing out on anything. The peace, the clarity, the way I stopped second guessing myself, I would describe it as a glow up from the inside out. And the best part, the right people naturally started gravitating towards me because I wasn't chasing anymore. I was just being. Okay, let's talk practical steps, because I know a lot of y'all want to enjoy being alone, but you may not know how. The first step in all of this would be, number one, romanticizing your alone time. You can do this by taking yourself on solo dates. Me personally, I like coffee shops, bookstores, restaurants, even the movies. You could also create a cozy solo night in. Now, this one is personally my favorite. I do this by lighting candles, I play music, and I do a little self-care. Another thing that I like to do is getting dressed up for myself, not for anyone else. Number two, develop a hobby that's just yours. Try new things like painting, journaling, yoga, gaming, or even content creation if it's something that you're passionate about. Having something just for you makes alone time so much more enjoyable. Number three, learn to sit in silence. No phone, no distractions, just you. Meditate, go for a walk, or even just sit in your room and sit in your thoughts in a healthy way, of course. Number four, stop running to people for every emotion. Instead of texting someone every time you feel down, try self-soothing first. You can do this by journaling, praying, or even talking yourself through it. Number five, set boundaries and cut out people who drain you. When you start enjoying your own company, you'll realize you don't need certain people around you just to fill the space. Protect your energy. Let me tell y'all about the first time that I took myself on a solo date. I had always heard people talk about it, but in my mind, I was like, that sounds very awkward and a little scary. Like, what am I supposed to do? Sit there looking at my phone all by myself? But even though I was uncomfortable with the idea, I challenged myself to do it anyway. I got all dressed up, all pretty and cute, just for me. Went to this little brunch spot. I ordered my favorite food, and I just sat. I enjoyed my own company, no distractions, no phone, just me enjoying my own space. And when I tell you, it felt so good. Like, I realized how peaceful it is to just exist without having to entertain anyone or match anyone's energy. That was the day that I really learned how to enjoy my own company. And after that, I started doing it more. Going on walks, taking myself on little shopping trips, and even going to the movie solo. And now, I love it. I don't feel like I need people around me 24/7 to be happy. I am my own peace. Once you start loving your own company, everything changes. You stop fearing solitude and start craving peace. You become way more selective about who you let into your life. You gain a new level of confidence that makes you magnetic to the right people. And you stop settling for less because you know you'd rather be alone than with the wrong company. Comment down below if you have ever struggled with being alone. What's one thing you're going to try to embrace your own company more? You know what's funny? I had somebody message me the other day and they said something along the lines of, how are you able to be so vulnerable on YouTube? You don't feel embarrassed to share your experiences? And I told myself that I was going to address that in this next video. The answer to that is no, I don't. Being real about your journey, admitting where you struggled, sharing what you learned, that's not weakness. That is power. Think about it. How many of us have gone through things and felt like we were the only ones? Like nobody else understood. But when someone is real about their experiences, it makes you feel seen. It reminds you that you are not alone. And that's why I do this. That's why I share these things, because I know that somebody watching this right now is where I used to be. Afraid to be alone. Afraid to set standards. Afraid to sit with themselves. And I want you to know that once you break through that fear, once you really embrace your own energy, you become unstoppable. So no, vulnerability isn't a weakness, nor is it something that I'm embarrassed about. It's strength, it's truth, and it's how we grow. But all right, loves, that is it for today's video. If this spoke to you, let me know down in the comments what hit home the most. And if you're on this journey of learning to enjoy your own company, trust me, it does get easier with time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so that you can be notified the next time that I upload. Until next time, bye.